What's up, everybody? It's Durag Rico, and I'm here. Hashtag Hot Horror Summer. This video is gonna be more of a meta thing than a horrific game. It's really gonna be talking about something that you could probably apply across your whole life, but it's gonna be talking about a harsh truth about being a lifelong or a long-term gamer. One of the harsh truths is you're gonna see eras die. You're gonna see eras end. It's gonna be beautiful times. It's gonna be times where you and your friends gonna have a perfect schedule together. Like, school was so nice back in the day when everybody used to be off during the summer, off during the weekend, off at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then all of a sudden you're adults. A lot of you and your friends ain't gonna be playing at the same time. And then y'all just gonna, I don't know, if y'all real friends, y'all gonna keep in touch some type of way. It might not be the same, but y'all gonna keep in touch. Shout out to all the homies. And then with the games, I've had some of my favorite games make that announcement. We're no longer gonna be in service. Servers are gonna be up for 6 more months, and then you get to leave. You're gonna put in a game disc and try and go back to a game that you used to play and see that the servers are shut down or that the lobbies are just gone. If you stay in this, you do this long enough, you're gonna see stuff in, like games that I used to play, like Resistance, Fall of Man, Rainbow Six Vegas. The servers will just never be the same. Some of the servers, if they get held up, some of them don't get any maintenance. They get hacked to pieces. You walk in, it's people cheating everywhere. It's just hanging on by like a thread. That's just a place where I had that experience, and I was like, that's not a place that I want to be. It's like different eras of gaming. Like, a lot of people can remember us that grew up in the 90s. We had the arcade era where you go somewhere. We had a few places that just had random arcades everywhere, like especially at the shopping malls, bringing a bunch of coins and quarters into an arcade and just playing a bunch of games that look better than the stuff that you had at home. Now the console games look way better than the arcade games. I can't speak for like the PC crowd. I wasn't really into PC. The closest I ever been to being a PC gamer was I went to an electronics store and I got Commandos and I tried to play it. I got smoked. It was the RTS real-time strategy game. As far as like console gaming goes, being a little kid blowing out that Nintendo cartridge to wiping alcohol all over that PlayStation disc to my first time ever really just getting into online. Like, at one time, most of my multiplayer came from playing with cousins, family, friends coming over. Then all of a sudden you get to a point where you don't see them as much. Everybody starts going their own way. People start going to prison, and it's craziness. And then you discover online play where you play with these strangers. You find these people in common in strange coincidences. Like, I got friends on my friends list that I've known for years, coming up on decades. We're around the same age group. We got the same interests. I'm thankful for all that. I don't know when the era is gonna change or end. I have no clue what it's like to be a kid, to be born in Fortnite is like right there. Like, Fortnite to me is like one of the kings of like the era right now, because this era is aside from the novelty of single player games with stories and stuff that you can enjoy, take you on roller coasters up and down emotionally, this is the era of the storefront. Games are trying to get you to their storefront, and Fortnite, to me, I like the way how Fortnite does it. A lot of the stuff you can earn, you can still earn a lot of cool stuff, and it's a lot of other games that try to do it. Y'all probably shouldn't be doing it. Y'all gotta relax trying to force the storefront in front of everybody. Some people got janky ass games with glitches and everything, but they make sure that their storefront is seamless as hell. Loot boxes was like going crazy for a hot second. They've like coded it. To me, the most genuine age of gaming, I'ma say around the time the PS3 and the 360 competition was at its toughest. The main thing that they were trying to do was be the best games that they could be. And then when you get after that, it starts leaning and trying to be the best business that the games could be, because the games start turning into businesses and platforms. Fortnite is a platform. Warzone is building itself up to be its own platform. Whenever I see the kids playing Minecraft or Roblox, I don't even have the incentive to like play something like Roblox. Roblox is its own platform in its own way. Like, the kids get to dress up, have paraphernalia from all their favorite characters. They get to build stuff like Minecraft. They get to run around and interact with each other. It looks kid friendly for the most part. When your kids run up to you asking for whatever the currency is for these games, that storefront, man, that storefront. Sometimes they don't even care about the progress of the game. They care about paying for something that they want in the game. But yeah, man, like that's the era that I feel like we're in. I've been going back to these retro games, getting my revenge on some that I couldn't beat, struggling on some of this jank through some of them. Jesus Christ, Nightmare Creatures. All we could do is embrace the era. I'm so happy that single player games are being appreciated as far as because I know it's developers out there that want shit to come into fruition, but sometimes the business gets in the way. Sometimes somebody gets in the way that says, where's the storefront? And I'm like, it's a single player game. Or somebody off up in the offices, I'm projected now. Somebody in those offices like, it's a single player game. Why would you want a storefront in a single player game? But hey, sometimes they making it in the contracts official and all that stuff whenever they fund or executive produce these games. So we'll see how it goes with this era. I think genuine art is gonna win in the long run. The businesses, it just made the keep somebody's salary up over the years. We're gonna see how that goes. Games are leaning towards the business end right now, and the pendulum is gonna swing sometime. We'll see. Like, you can see a little bit of it with like I love the trailers for the games and stuff that dropped earlier this year. It was a bunch of single player love being shown. I love when games like Death Stranding show up and just kablam, just blow the industry apart and make everybody turn heads. Like how big ass movies could still happen after all this time. Hopefully big games could happen that don't have to be business type games. The grind continues. If you're still watching this, you get to see a preview of the rawest gaming podcast that I got to be a part of. In this episode, it was talking about stuff related to this video's topic, so I just threw it in at the end for anybody that wanted to stick around. The full episode will be linked somewhere around here. Y'all be safe and stay geeked. I'll catch y'all in the next video.
Is character aging in games important and needed, or do you mind your character staying the same, how they look, walk, how they think, possibly through the whole franchise? As in, like, okay, let's throw Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Will we ever see that nigga actually?
Thought we already talked about that part.
I think we did like a long time ago. I really can't
as far as Spider-Man go, you know, you gotta keep him young for the future generations. But
as far as
it all depends on game. It all depends on the game.
Definitely depends on
it really depends on the game.
Like, as far as stories go, Spider-Man needs to age a little bit.
I think they're doing pretty good with like letting Miles take the mantle as being the youngster.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
and then letting Peter.
If he's still gonna be included though, will we see an older version of Peter, or will he still look the same?
They might show an older version.
As far as Insomnia go, yeah. But if you talking about like,
you gonna see him with like facial hair, none of that. You ain't gonna see that. I doubt it.
Like, I want to say that we moving in a direction where I don't even know if the generation of kids coming up care about games like we do, because they care about being part of the next season. They care about
Roblox.
Yeah, they care about the
Fortnite.
The shit that we care about. They care about that shit as a skin. They would rather buy a skin in the game than play a game with that character.
They're not as immersive.
Yeah, they need to understand the growth of Kratos.
Like, I would love to see a character that sell like what the sales is on the character on Fortnite versus what they sell is gonna be when they game drop. I want to say Fortnite is promotion at this point if it translates. Like, if when they had them packs of Resident Evil characters dropping on Fortnite where you can run around with like the whole cast and shit like that. I wonder if that helped Capcom with their sales on those games. I wonder.
Yeah, I would think so. I would really think so.
Like, even when they be having all these, like, when they got the Dragon Ball Z characters and the Street Fighter characters, I wonder, like, I think games like Fortnite, when your game get big, like bigger than shit, bigger as like it turns into a whole platform, then you start being like, shit, I'm gonna use that game to promote my new game. Like, if they come out with like another Spawn game, did Call of Duty help out with that shit? Or when he was on Fortnite, like they everywhere like that. Like I don't know. Like if I came out with a game, if I was about to come out with a game, I would be like, hey, make that shit a skin on one of those games. Yeah, boom. That's what I can think of when it comes to that. I don't even know how I got to that part. Are we still talking about
had nothing to do with his question?
Are we still talking about aging and shit like that?
He just like segued into something totally different.
Side quest king right there.
Fucking crazy, dog.